dive bomb, aggressive dive bomb to win in the first place. Oh, three side by side, Danielle.
Oh.
I can't do this anymore. Arroba keeps ahead. Oh, and look at Widow on the other side. Widow now on the outside. Three side by side, Danielle. Once again, what is happening? Arroba is back in the Greek Masters.
Widow with hard tires.
And Arroba with wet tires, guys.
Here he goes on Widow. Oh, yes he is. P2. Widow overtakes Arroba on the turn 2. Widow jumps to second place. Widow defending the inside pretty well of the chicane. And Arroba didn't get the chance to overtake Widow. Arroba is on the inside and he overtakes. Good job from Arroba. Oh, he brakes later. He brakes later, but not enough. And it comes all down to this, Widow or Arroba, who will succeed definitely in this competition. Welcome everyone to Road Atlanta, also known as Petit Le Mans, for the Grand Finale of TGM Super Season 2023. The title decider will be made in this incredible track with over 4 kilometers of length and 12 corners. Incredible circuit where our Season 12 champion Hire09 has 100% of win rate. But don't get it wrong, it's not easy winning here. Look at this dangerous first sector. Turn 3 was where Hire was defending the threats from Shadow, protecting the first place with all costs in TGM race number 100 back in Season 11 in December of 2022. In Sector 2, Turn 7, we remind our first ever GT7 race in Atlanta Sunrise. Shadow was having a difficult life in its Suzuki Swift, having a massive understeer, losing 4 positions. Reaching the Sector 3 after a long straight, we have turns 10A, 10B and turn 11, where JP in TGM Season 11 managed to do a last lap double overtake on Widow and Shadow for P2. This was one of the best ever TGM races. We hope to have 2 more like this one today. Super complex track to end our super season. We are moments away to start this grand finale with 10 minutes group 4 qualifying, followed by a 30 minutes race. We stop a bit to recover and swap to group 3 for the final 30 minutes of action. Hards and mediums are the mandatory compounds, no tire wear nor fuel consumption in qualifying, and don't forget that the top 8 results from the first leg will be inverted for the second leg grid start. We have a title decision, but the full championship classification is yet to be decided in these last 2 races. Anything, but anything can change today. BMW, still the marca non grata. Mercedes was the favorite one in Nürburgring. However, the most successful manufacturer in results so far is Nissan. Ladies and gentlemen, live from GT7, now yes, live from GT7. My name is Daniel Santos, and today, finally, I'm with João Andrade.
Hello everyone, that is right, I am finally back and well, in a perfect timing. I'm back for the last race. We are back for the super season, the last 2 races. Daniel, once again it's a pleasure to be here with you. Well, long championship, we've done 12 races. We're going to complete more 2 races today, and that's a record for our community, 12 races in a season. We never did that, and well, I'm excited for today. I'm more than excited, in fact.
Same, I can't wait to start this round. Curious fact, we chose Road Atlanta in the WMRC original in 10 years ago. We raced in Le Mans, Circuit La Sarthe, but oh, Kiro joined us. But since the track was too long for this format, we chose the Petit Le Mans circuit, the Road Atlanta. And fun fact, in the original WMRC we had 2 different race winners, and both of them were not racing for the championship title. Actually, we had the title already at this phase of the championship. In the last race of the WMRC, we had the champion Grand GTS, and we are in a different scenario today, João, because both Arroba or Widow can be champion today in this last round, in this Grand Finale.
Yeah, absolutely. As you said, the opposite from the original WMRC. While 10 years ago we had total domination from one player, now 10 years after, we have a fierce battle between two players, two of the best on our community, and well, what a perfect ending to a championship that we adore.
Indeed, it's a party. It's a party in this super season. It's a championship that it's yearly, supposedly, because of the GT7 launch, the GT7 release. We didn't have the super season 2022 actually, but this is supposed to be an yearly championship. So it's a TGM party overall, the summer party, or the winter party if you are in the south hemisphere. And it's always an honor to organize this championship. It's such an incredible vibe. We have so much fun. Yeah, we have competition, but look at this, our community joined together for moments of conviviality and sharing the passion with each other for racing. It's amazing stuff.
Well, yeah, absolutely true. The only thing I'm sad about today is the fact that we still didn't manage to have a full lobby of grippers in a super season. Today was the big chance, but sadly, we don't have at least 3 or 4 grippers are missing. Well, in total, that's actually in this championship we made it the record. It's actually the record of most registered grippers in the standings. We have 17. We never had such number, let alone 16. So not only we broke the barrier of maximum of 16 players on the lobby, but also we reached 17. That's simply amazing. But sadly, as you know, we cannot have those 17 players on the lobby. There are 14 spots available because 2 of them are me and SL Daniel and Daniel Santos commentating. So yeah, it's very sad, the situation, and well, I'm afraid that sooner or later we're gonna have issues with that, and we'll see grippers not being able to attend the races because the maximum capacity of the lobby doesn't allow us to have everyone in the same race racing together.
True. It's a shame that GT7 doesn't have the capacity to, or well, it has the capacity to have more players on track. We can see that on esports lobbies, but sadly, in normal lobbies, normal multiplayer lobbies, the limit is 16, and today we have 14 because 2 of the slots, as you said, are occupied by me and João. So yeah, but grippers on track. Well, let's take a look. We have Costa making the fastest laps, 123.4, good laps. Arroba on track as well, and of course Widow, both fighting for the championship. Arroba fighting for his 5th TGM title, Widow fighting for his 4th title, and if he wins today, he equalizes Arroba in the number of championships. And fun fact, if that happens, both Widow and Arroba will have more championships than the rest of the champion grippers. It will be 8 against 7 championships, which is an amazing stat. Higher 09, the 100% win rate here at Road Atlanta was conquered by him. Testal Fighter, good livery in his Mercedes. Jeremy is back after a good while. Good to see him again. Blue Danny 74, the man who conquered his 2nd podium in TGM, his 1st podium at the main class. His 1st podium in TGM was conquered in a multi-class race, and it was in the 2nd class. We have here an Italian non-gripper, Fly Roxa 1. Arcunia 15 is back as well. Insane livery. We have a Spanish non-gripper, Ozovan, with a Ferrari, and the Fly Roxa having an Alfa Romeo. Both illegal cars, but yeah, since it's a public lobby and they are not in the championship, they can race if they are clean. JQ review with the BMW, the marca non grata, as I said in the intro. Zephyr0534 with the BWT livery, I think. Is he? I think he is. A classic one from him. With the Audi. And we have Nashpuz on the pits because he has the Toyota. And the Toyota is not legal in this championship. So if he races with the Toyota, of course he can race with the Toyota, being a gripper. It doesn't matter. But he will have to take into account that his results won't be...
Daniel, let me know one thing. If, for example, if a gripper comes with an illegal car, does it mean that it's like it didn't take part of the races?
Exactly. It's
basically...
That's
a shame. I'm talking with other admin to help us to inform Trina that he cannot use that car. We can still give some extra minutes for Trina to change the car. Because we really don't want to see grippers using illegal cars. That will be a shame. And I feel bad. I know he has a lot of money. He's a new GT7 player with a lot of GT experience, but yeah, we want to see everyone with legal cars, and yeah,
exactly.
The stats are always important.
Let's see, but it's not a problem. Since I spoke to him a few minutes ago, and he was saying that he was participating for fun, of course, and he's debuting he's premiering his steering wheel in this race. So yeah, if he doesn't have the illegal car, it's a shame. I think he could have time to at least buy a legal Group 4 car, and then if he didn't have any money for a Group 3, at least it would be one legal race and other illegal race. You know what I mean? But let's see. We are waiting for a response.
Everyone, we are currently waiting for a response. So as you can see in the chat, I'm talking with the grippers so they can inform me if whether or not Nashpuras will continue with that car. Because if he changes the car, or if he needs to buy a car, I can wait for him.
Exactly.
I can have a delay. So I need someone to inform me.
Wow.
I'm waiting on Discord, in the chat.
Roba set the fastest lap by 3 milliseconds.
Daniel, what is TGM without delays?
Exactly.
From our side, from gripper side, always the same issue. Unbelievable.
It's I think it's a Portuguese thing, to be honest. And now that I'm looking, Roba is with the BMW. Weird choice, because I think he could have another manufacturer. Am I right? Because he didn't race in Monza. Interesting choice. And Costa as well with the BMW.
Come on, guys.
We didn't answer. Let me see. What is the bingo card for Roba? The used manufacturers. I think Roba could race with McLaren. No. Roba. Yeah, he could use Ford, but he's instead using BMW.
Okay, so we have a confirmation. It's a shame, Daniel. That's sad news.
Well,
so apparently Nashpuras will not go ahead with a different car. He will go with a different car. That's very sad, but I don't blame you, Daniel. I don't blame him if he doesn't have the money for other cars. As I said, he's a new GT7 player. He's still earning some money through the races, the World Circuit races.
True.
That's sad, but it's okay. We'll go ahead. Well, we have a full lobby. Though. Nashpuras is actually... Daniel, he changed the car again. He changed the car for a Silvia he used in Nürburgring. So it doesn't change anything. He will get disqualified or not counting. But anyways, we are going ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, the last qualifying session of the Super Season 2023 will start in about 10 seconds.
Let's go. Can't wait for it. And gentlemen, I will make a test during stream. Yeah, I shouldn't be doing this, but I want to test a thing about the replays. So while the drivers are on the out lap, I will be testing a thing over here with the HUD. So let me see. I would like anyone to leave the pits. The quali didn't started yet. Fly Roxa left the room. So the Italian non-gripper won't be taking part on this qualifying session, and Roba is the first one to leave the pits. Here he is. So let me do a thing over here. I want to test this. Or actually, I want to test this. I'm sorry for this, guys, but I need to test this. Okay, replay. Okay, and... Yep, the bug is still the same. As you could see, every time I do a replay, I make a replay, even without the inferior part of the HUD, the moment I do the replay, the HUD completely appears again.
That's so stupid. I just seen
Yeah.
the replay.
I was checking if they corrected it in the last update, but not really, which is a shame. Well, since Arroba is the first one on the pits, out of the pits, and the first one to starting a hot lap, let's follow him on board as soon as he starts the lap. He's on the 10A and 10B corners, turn 11, and here we go. Let's follow the lap on board with him. Road Atlanta, insane circuit. I loved it. It's one of the best additions in GT7, to be honest.
Such a flow track.
Yeah, this first sector is insane. The more downforce you have, the more fun it is to drive on this first sector, and all over the track for sure. Look at this turn 3.
Definitely love to see Road America in this game as well.
Yeah.
Truck, but amazing flow as well.
Here are the S's, full throttle over here. Brakes on the apex, be careful here. I don't remember, the game used to penalize on that curb, but I don't know if it keeps penalizing the players. But anyway, turn 6, turn 7, this is where the Shadow suffered the understeer in the first GT7 race we did. Now a long straight, which might be an issue to save some fuel, or might be good. It depends on how the player change the gears. Here we go. 10A and 10B corners. With a heavy braking point. Up the hill, down the hill. This is so fun, this last sector as well. And there he goes. Arroba crossing the line. For 1:23.8. Higher, 3 tenths behind. Zephyr, 1 second behind, and Widow.
Well, Widow probably made a mistake, but that's just a 1:26.9 from Widow. Not a good lap at all.
Exactly. Costa, meanwhile, made the fastest lap. 1:23.392. Cunha with a 1:26, and...
Oh, and now Widow is getting blocked by Zephyr. Oh, almost there. 7th place. Okay, Zephyr has a penalty, so this lap is ruined for Zephyr. Well, as we can see, he's driving a very bad car. Oh, there is a problem there in the back. Nashpuras and Blue Danny. Daniel, if possible, we have to check the replay.
What happened
There
over
was
here?
a contact between both in the first corner. Contact between them in the first turn.
Here comes Nashpuras and Buldani. Oh, huge punt from him. Huge punt from Buldani. You must stay calm on the qualifying. There's no necessity for that. Still long way ahead. And now someone is serving a penalty. It's Zephyr. Now, where's Arroba? Arroba is already approaching the final corners of the third sector. And let's see if he overtakes the lap time of Costa for the provisional pole. Will he? João.
Oh, car spun. Someone spun in the back.
Spun.
Oh, Blue Danny spun, but that's not important. Arroba improves the time, but not enough for pole position.
1:23.7.
Widow improves. 86 milliseconds behind the Arroba.
Whoa. Not enough. Costa still securing the provisional pole, and it may be the first pole for Costa. Let's see what you got here. Cunha 1:26.
It's a short track for 10 minutes.
Exactly.
So the guys can do up to like 10 or 8 laps. That's the cool thing here.
Also fun is a non-gripper in P5 with an illegal car, but good timings. Best of fighter.
Also improves.
Exactly. The grid at the back. Zephyr P7, Jeremy P8, Cunha P9, Buldani P10, probably doing a new lap, Slinho P11, Nashpuras P12 and Kira P13. and she didn't improve. Meanwhile, Costa with some traffic from test. It might be good for the slipstream here, but on the corners, it's not that good.
By the way, Widow's improving 2/10 in the last sector.
Okay, let's take a look at the Roba. He will
If Roba
cross.
doesn't improve, Widow will improve to P2 in the standings.
Here we go. Roba crosses and improves.
Still, but by 28 milliseconds slower than F Costa.
Amazing.
Impressive lap there from Roba.
Here's Widow.
They still got 4 minutes and Widow improves, but he can't go better than third. He's still on third.
Whoa. Well, it's a complicated car for this track, the Mustang, but he might be in better conditions with Ford for Group 3, because it has a better straight line speed. Cunha improves as well, but still P9. Here comes Jeremy. P7. Overtakes Zephyr on the lap time. Zephyr with some trouble on the first sector. Going to the grass. Nas puras 128.0, Buldani 127.3.
Daniel, it's a good lap from Naspuras, just 2/10 behind Salim.
Exactly. And Zephyr is stopped in the middle of the track. He better rush if he wants to make a good lap. Costa with the provisional pole, 28 milliseconds ahead of Arroba. Let's see if he's improving.
Widow is improving by 1/10.
What about Costa? It didn't show that. Oh no, Costa is not improving. 2 seconds.
Aroba is going to be the first one crossing the line.
Here it is. Arroba.
Nope, not good, not good.
No.
7/10.
Here comes the Widow and
Same
higher.
for Widow, yeah. Ooh, he does.
But not enough to catch
Yep, he
Arroba.
does. Yeah,
Higher improved as well.
another
124.0.
second behind Widow, yeah.
Exactly. And 123.4. Amazing stuff over here. Oslovan is really quick as well in the Ferrari. Test. Oh, there's a gap of 57 milliseconds between Jeremy and Test. Let's see if Jeremy improves. He's finishing his lap. Here he is. And improves. Overtakes Test by
Yeah, good
3
lap
tenths.
from Jeremy. So far, best of the rest from Jeremy. Great job.
Exactly.
No, good lap from Jeremy.
Zephyr starting another lap with a difficult life. Nashpur is also improving. Buldani also improving, but not enough to catch Cunha. 4 tenths behind.
Yeah, very good to see Nashpur is improving.
Sling improves.
Salinho gets even faster. So, Daniel, I don't remember the last
No.
time we saw so many laps being improved by the grippers.
Indeed.
Impressive.
Is
That's
that
what a small track does.
is the track getting warmer? Good question. Costa with a penalty, so this lap is to forget.
By the way, Widow apparently is doing purple in the last sector there before
Whoa.
the penultimate sector.
And the Roba is crossing the line.
55 milliseconds purple.
Roba is going to cross the line. He's on the last corner. Will he improve? No.
No, he doesn't. Alpha second. Daniel, I don't know what is happening to Aroba, but this is scary.
Widow.
Oh,
Oh.
no, just 90 milliseconds. He was so faster. Something happened there in the,
He
in the last
lost.
corners.
He lost everything in the third sector. Amazing.
And F Costa as well. Daniel, the top two are they are not improving.
Costa had a penalty.
Their
Costa had
speed,
a
mental
penalty.
strength is, yeah.
So he's starting a new lap. Let's see how this goes. Roba on the first sector. Purple for Roba. The Spanish driver improves, but not enough to catch higher.
Widow's getting slower. 3/10 off in the second sector.
And he has a penalty.
Alpha penalty. Widow has a penalty.
Oh, a lap to forget. Let's see if he manages to cross the line to start another lap. Nashpuras improves as well.
Nashpuras improves as well, and he's up to 11th.
Whoa.
Nashpuras is ahead of Salinho Rus by 21 milliseconds. Amazing job from Nashpuras, but that's a shame because his times are not validated, sadly.
Roba improving personally, but not a purple sector. Let's see if he recovers on the third sector to catch Costa.
What about Costa? Yeah.
Costa
He goes.
will improve. Oh,
Costa.
purple for Costa! Purple
Okay,
for
but
Costa.
Robbie is the first one to cross the line.
Here he
There he
goes.
goes.
No! 1/10.
It's almost two.
Exactly.
It's the last sector. The
Here
guy
comes
was
Widow. Widow had a penalty, so this lap is to forget.
Without a penalty.
Higher
Without a
improves.
penalty. Higher improves by just 33 milliseconds off Widow.
Costa improves, but
F Costa does even better.
Amazing.
So, Daniel, I think it's pole position for F Costa. the first pole position for his career here in the Grid Masters.
Exactly.
Impressive stuff for F. Costa. 37 milliseconds ahead of Aroba. Nothing between them.
Amazing.
Meanwhile, Aroba has a 1 second time penalty, but I guess it's over now. I guess it's over for everyone.
Also
the Spanish driver improves.
Jeremy crosses the line, but doesn't improve. Test already.
No, it's Zephyr. No, it's Zephyr. Oh, Zephyr is not doing a good lap.
Oh.
No, Zephyr is already away from the controller.
Cunha already finished. Buldani on the final lap. Let's see if he crosses the line. There's someone ahead.
Improves.
Whoa! Again. Nice job. What about Buldani? He's with Sling.
Sling is ahead of him.
Exactly.
He's improving. Oh, he did, but not enough to be ahead of Nashpuras.
And Buldani improved, but not enough to catch Cunha.
Yeah.
Amazing qualifying session, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look at the results. Costa on pole position for the first time ever in the Grip Masters. Congratulations. What an amazing time. 123.2 with Aroba 37 seconds, milliseconds actually, sorry, behind. Widow starts in the second row, P3, P4 for Higher, P5 for Ozovan, a non-gripper, participating. Jeremy starts in P6, Tesla Fighter P7 and Zephyr P8. On the second half of the table, there's Arcunia 15 and Buldai in P9 and P10, Nashpur in P11, Slim Rus in P12, and Kira finishing the grid, starting in P13. Insane stuff, Joe.
Daniel, just to confirm, should we reset the lobby or it's not necessary because there is no weather, dynamic weather?
Honestly, I don't think so. To be honest,
I think it's necessary. Yeah.
There isn't any rain.
Daniel, I don't think there's any much to say though. Well, congratulations to F. Costa. Very good qualifying session. Honestly, I don't remember the last time we saw something so intense like this. Because as you could see, the grippers, they were all the time improving. Every single lap they were improving. There was actually a stage where halfway through the qualifying session, Aroba and F. Costa weren't improving, but Widow was. But even though he was improving, it was still not enough to be ahead of Aroba and F. Costa. And now what happens? If the race will finish like this, well, that's difficult because it's a 30 minutes long race. Aroba would push the championship battle for the last leg of the last round. So right now, as the thing stand, Aroba, Widow will not be champion. But that's just qualifying. There is a 30 minutes long race. Anything can happen. There will be pit stops. Hopefully not collisions, but there will be overtakes. There will be a fierce battle between the top four. But Daniel, just look at this: 0.2 of a second between the top four. F. Costa, Aruba, Widow, IR09. What a bang of a race we are about to have. Hopefully,
insane stuff, and I couldn't ask for better than this. Just a reminder, both Costa and Aroba will have a difficult life on the M4 because saving on this car is a nightmare. So they will have,
which is of course the big advantage for Widow.
Exactly.
Because once again, just a reminder: no matter which position they finish, if Widow finishes ahead of Aroba, it's over for Aroba, and Widow is the champion.
Exactly. So let's see. It doesn't matter how it starts.
Other important details, of course. Jeremy on the Grip Masters is starting P6. And so onwards, and then there in the 11th, Nashpuras is in fact is not classified. So Selinho is like he's starting in 11th, and Kira is 12th.
Exactly. What a shame from Nashpuras, but anyway.
Let's get it started, Daniel, for the first leg of the last round.
Let's go. Good luck to everyone. The last two races of TGM Super Season 2023. Can't believe this. It's over. It's ending.
Man, I'm so sad.
I'm so sad, really. For real. Alright, I would like to enter in spectator mode. Here it is. We have a grid. And let me put this. Okay.
So of course, don't forget this is a standing start grid. Of course, for the second leg it will be a launch start.
Here we go.
False starts will be penalized. So 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And lights are out for the first leg of the last round of Super Season 2023. Great start from Widow, already up to second. Perfect, amazing start. Look, very aggressive here on F. Costa. He's trying the outside. Oh, side by side for Acosta, and Widow is ahead. Widow jumps F Costa higher, and well, it jumps F Costa and Aroba. Crazy start from Widow, so important. And Aroba, very bad news. Aroba gets down to fourth. What is happening? Irie up to third, F Costa to second. Very bad start from the BMWs, and this is crucial for Widow.
Not a good start, not a good start for Roba, but let's see. There's still a long race. Jeremy right behind in P5, amazing stuff over here, and Cunha with a nice recover in P6 already. Insane stuff already, and the Widow is already pulling the gap on Costa. So
okay, we've already multiple penalties. Cunha penalty, Jeremy penalty, Spanish driver Osovan penalty.
oh, and the Spanish driver had a really bad start.
Yeah, it was P5, right?
Exactly. Let's watch the replay. I think I can recover the race start. Yes, I can. No, I can't. What a shame. I don't understand this game, honestly. Anyway, so battles. We have a Roba and higher. Roba overtook higher. Let's see how it was. It was on the straight. Simple overtake. At the back, we have Tesla Fighter. Oh, overtaking Jeremy already. Jeremy going to the pits on the first lap.
Whoa, what is happening? Oh no, Jeremy has soft tires.
Oh
Jeremy has
no,
soft tires.
no, but
this is bad news for Jeremy.
but this is
such a good qualifying.
but this is a
Oh,
DNF.
Jeremy, really?
He's pitting on the first lap.
Well, he has soft tires, Daniel. I don't think that's.
No, rules are rules. I must remind this. Zephyr was disqualified, so yeah. But
Well,
let's see.
That's a sad ending, really.
That's a
I
sad-
gave the guys 2 minutes. Daniel, we gave them 2 minutes, but even with 2 minutes, the poor guys still made those mistakes.
Exactly.
That's so sad. That's very sad from Jeremy. And now, if he stays with us for the second leg will start last.
Here goes Zephyr. Being threatened by Cunha. At the front. All calm with a 2.6 gap to Costa.
By the way, it's important to know one thing. Widow will pit 2 times in the Group 4 race.
All right.
The looks of it is not serving
Oh,
at
there's
all.
a battle at the back. Slinho Russo with Nespurias and Buldani. Let's see how this goes.
Yeah, absolutely. Great stuff from Nespurias.
Slinho Russo will try the outside. No, he will try the inside. No, he didn't manage to attack yet. Buldani was overtaken by the Spanish non-gripper, and the Spanish non-gripper is fast. Look at him on the inside of Slinho Russo. Good overtake. And now he's catching Nespurias with a bad start.
By the way, I just seen this, Daniel. I just seen this. Widow is using soft tires. Widow is using soft tires. Very interesting strategy. So Widow is pitting 2 times. That's it.
Alright, let's see how this goes. Interesting battle over
There's
here.
a mistake. Cunha makes a mistake.
Oh.
Cunha makes a mistake. He loses 2-3 positions. Oof, down to 10th.
Let me recover that. Oh my word. He had such
Wait,
a
so
great...
Jeremy's pitting again. Jeremy's pitting again. Ooh.
Oh, such a mistake from Cunha.
Well, that's so bad from Jeremy. That's unfortunate. Like Jeremy had the soft tire. He just had to do 1 more lap. He didn't have to pit in the first one.
Exactly.
Wow.
Wow.
So he pitted. And now what's even weirder is that he pitted in the first lap, but he didn't change the tires. He
Exactly.
was still using soft tires, so I don't understand this.
Not a great comeback from Jeremy. He completely forgot the rule. And it's a shame. Tesla Fighter with a penalty. Let's see if it's enough to Zephyr catch him. Arcuni, I'm sorry. Let me check what happened between them. Was it that spin from Cunha? Probably it was, yeah. Yeah, I didn't manage to catch the moment he spun. And Zephyr overtakes Test on the outside. Test still battling, but not enough. Oh, wait, Test will try the outside. No, he won't. Fake news. Meanwhile, Test with the medium tires, Zephyr with the hard tires. Both in different strategies. And Test is attacking. But he may save behind Zephyr.
Well, let's not forget that, of course, Zephyr is driving the Audi, and as we all know, the Audi TT Group 4 is horrible to drive. The front-wheel drive car is, well, one of the worst tracks. So Zephyr, in my opinion, chose the wrong place to use this car. Him and Inem Kir, of course.
Here
And
comes
he's getting
Test.
attacked by Test Fighter. Both cars are very good saving fuel, though.
Exactly.
And of course, we cannot forget the Spanish driver.
Yeah, he's putting
Oh,
pressure
he's
on
trying to
Test.
go outside. Whoa, Daniel, great move
Indeed.
around Test Fighter. Whoa, but looks like the Spanish driver is not saving at all. Ah, yeah, the Spanish driver is not saving at all.
Exactly.
Yeah. But still, it was a good move, though. It's not like the fuel mix is making a difference there.
And there he
Hopefully
goes.
There is no collision between them. There he goes.
But yeah,
Using the
clean race so
tires.
far from the Spanish driver. Don't know what happened. Oh, Zephyr is. Oh, late breaker. He
Ooh.
tried to defend it, but. Oh, I think this wasn't necessary,
Can
Zephyr.
Test try something now? Can Test try something on the inside?
He has the inside for the
Zephyr
left
still
corner.
ahead. Okay, now it's too risky. Do not try to overtake here because of the curbs. Oh, Test.
Ooh,
The car just
this was
sliding
dangerous.
there. Yeah, absolutely.
Too risky. Meanwhile, 5 seconds of gap between Widow and Costa. Arroba right behind Costa. And higher 3 seconds away. Let me see if there's any other battles on track. Oh, Buldani on the grass. Not a great start for our last podium scorer. But still ahead of Kira. Cunha, Naspuz and Selinho. We have 3 grippers battling over here. Let's see if Selinho will try something. The 3 drivers are with the medium tires. Naspuz taking the slipstream from Cunha. Will he try something on the turn 10A? I don't think so.
Well, I'm loving this battle, Daniel.
Indeed.
It's such sad that Nashpura's performance isn't being counted here. It will be so good for his gripper's rank. It's
Indeed.
funny because he still hasn't a rank yet. So those races will help him for sure.
One of the old grippers, old school grippers, and
The
not
Spanish
having.
driver, meanwhile, pits.
Alright. And there's Selinho who's right behind Naspurs. Closing so much. Will he try the outside? No, Naspurs defending the outside. Whoa. But Selinho is searching for it. He's searching and searching.
Oof. It was on the limit there over the curb for Nashpurish.
Indeed. And half
He
a
gets
second.
penalty. Yeah, exactly.
And this is good news for Cunha because he's already pulling away. Oh, Naspur is going a bit wide, but Selinho braked a bit. Didn't want to overtake yet. But
Meanwhile, Widow is very low on fuel in the front. No tires, no soft tires. Basically, they are dead. But still, as you know, Daniel, they're still giving plenty amount of performance.
exactly. He might pit
Widow
now.
has to stop in the next laps. Probably now. Nope, next lap. Widow will pit in the next lap.
Test is saving behind Zephyr. Interesting
Yeah, that's
strategy.
a smart idea. That's a very smart idea, of course.
Indeed.
But he could try here, no? No?
Will he?
Could he?
He has the inside.
Oh,
He has the inside.
They both break late. Then Test goes for
Oh!
it. But Zephyr goes off track. Test didn't want to overtake him.
Concede. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
That was
Yeah,
the
concede,
correct
absolutely.
choice.
But yeah, as you can see, Test is much faster than Zephyr. It's like Zephyr is basically blocking Test. Interesting.
True.
So Test probably feels safer just following Zephyr and saving fuel at the same time. But I know Zephyr is clearly slower than Test with the Audi.
Exactly. In the back, Selinho overtook Naspurs with the penalty.
Oh, Nashpurish makes a mistake. And he goes off track. Don't spin. Oh,
He spun.
Nashpurish spun. Oh,
Good news for Buldani.
yellow flag. Be careful rejoining
Oh!
the track.
This.
This was a very, well, track rejoin. Very unsafe track rejoin from him. Not ideal.
Exactly. Meanwhile, Ozovan, P12. With the 6.5 gap. But he will pit now for sure. He doesn't have fuel for more.
Yeah, it doesn't. And he's actually losing a little bit of time now.
There he is. Let's see how this goes.
There he goes.
Costa
Just
is
Be
all.
aware, guys. Don't forget, you get a massive 3 seconds time penalty if you go over the line in the pit box. So it's better just to be slow in than being very fast and getting a 3 seconds time penalty. That's definitely the last thing you want to do on a track that is so difficult to overtake.
Exactly.
It's
Test
going
and
to be the
Zephyr.
first of two stops for
Test
you.
overtook Zephyr. Let me recover.
Oh, yeah, he overtook Zephyr. I think we should see the replay. Probably was after the straight, no?
Or in the straight. Yeah, it was in the straight. I couldn't recover
Zephyr
it.
is not trying any overtake. Celinho pits as well.
Okay, we
Collision between Zephyr and Test. Collision between Zephyr and Test, and I think Test goes off. I'm not sure. Not sure if Test just failed the breaking point. No, it was a touch between Zephyr and Test. Yeah, I just seen the replay. Yep.
I'm going to be honest. I wasn't looking at the screen, but oh no, not a little bit behind, please. Gran Turismo, collaborate, please. I want to check what happened. Oh yeah, it was a small but miscalculation, miscommunication as well between both drivers. What a shame.
Nas puras em Celinho Russo. Oh, nas puras pits. With off second time penalty.
But I think Zephyr waited for a test. I think he didn't took any advantage from this.
Meanwhile, on the front, how's it looking? Still not pitting. Costa and Aroba not pitting.
Widow with the hard tires.
One more lap. Widow with the hard tires is now going for the long stint, and then he will lose the medium tires.
Let's see how this goes.
I'm very curious where this strategy is going.
Same.
Well, no. Imagine if Daniel. Imagine if Widow is doing this on purpose. I'm not sure. Probably this strategy might work in the future. But imagine if he's just doing this, then for the second leg, he just gets a better start. Like Widow is purposely getting a bad result here, so he starts in a better place for the second leg. And he comfortably takes the win. Imagine that will be a possibility. I'm not sure, but for sure, as we could see in the championship, doing two pit stops was never ideal. A few examples could be, for example, Portela in Fuji Speedway. He was with a big advantage, but he decided to do 2 pit stops, and at the end, it was not worth it. He almost finished third. He still overtook a Rob at the end, but Widow took the win.
I don't think it's worth it because, honestly, Widow has only one job, which is to keep ahead of Aruba. If he keeps ahead, it's over.
It's funny because it doesn't matter, even if Aruba wins both legs, Widow was still a massive advantage. Like let's take for example F1. There are 2 races to go, which means 50 points without fastest lap. Their difference was basically 25 points.
Exactly.
Whoever finishes ahead in the first race wins.
Let me just interrupt you, because we had here a moment of fair play. Zephyr conceded again the place for test after the touch. But yeah, going on, here's Costa on the pits and the Roba on the pits.
Yeah, just on the limit there for Costa and Roba.
And now let's look at Widow.
Yeah, the fuel. Let's see the fuel.
As well. Let's see. Widow on the straight. Yeah. Will it be enough to catch the top 3? Costa already with 50%.
So it's very funny, everyone pitting at the same time. Ooh, Zephyr colliding with the barrier.
Ooh,
very aggressive.
He may get a penalty for that. Here comes Widow on the last corner.
Yeah,
let's see Aroba still fueling up.
Costa will be the first to leave the pits though.
Exactly. Acosta leaves with 92%. Let's see if he comes in front of Widow. Widow still ahead according to the game.
He's ahead.
Exactly.
He is ahead, but of course don't forget now Widow, though he has hard tires and he has to stop again.
Exactly. Costa on hard tires.
He must build advantage now. We must build advantage. That is a problem. That is going to be very interesting because they are both using hard tires. Now it's going down on the driver. There is no tire advantage here.
Exactly. Higher Roba and Costa on hard tires. Widow on hard tires too. But he will need to pit again. While Costa and Roba can take it until the end. Meanwhile, Ozovan in P4. He pitted earlier, but good stuff. Zephyr comes in front of Test. Beautiful battle between these two over here. Cunha, P8. And there's a battle between Jeremy and Celinho, but Jeremy won't be classified in this race. Buldani, P11. Here in the pits, leaving with the hard tires, I think. And Nashpuras, P13. a race to forget. Here with medium tires. And there he goes, Widow with a 12 seconds lead. How much time was the pit for filling up and change the tires here?
Well,
The pits are pretty slow here.
Yeah. If you remember, Guido was 6 seconds ahead of AF Costa when he pitted. He was 6 seconds ahead. When he left the pits, he was 45 seconds. But now I don't remember the amount of fuel Guido put in his car. I'm definitely sure it wasn't 100%.
No, it wasn't.
It was probably around 70 or 80%.
It wasn't. He has half a tank. So.
Oh no, be careful with nas puras.
Oh, blue flags.
Going to lap nas puras. Thank you, nas puras.
Nice
Good
job.
Yep.
Anyway, battles on track. I think we have the closest one between Zephyr and Test. Let me check the other drivers. Jeremy and Cunha. Sadly, Jeremy not fighting for a position.
Sadly disqualified. Jeremy disqualified, and nas puras basically disqualified as well. But of course, Jeremy's just qualified for this race, for the second leg.
Exactly.
Let's hope he doesn't make the same mistake. I think he will not.
Yeah. Here's Widow. Still going. And gaining time. 14 seconds.
Yeah, he's doing an excellent job. But don't forget, I think F Costa and Aruba are still saving. I'm sure they tested an aggressive setup and a saving race and an aggressive race. Right now, Widow is doing a very aggressive race, all the time pushing. He still needs to stop for fuel and tires, and he's going to use medium tires. So Widow at the late stages of the race will be very fast. So it's all down to the driver. F Costa and Aruba, they both need to be very quick now because they cannot lose time for Widow. Exactly. When Widow pits again, he will lose the time, the natural time of the pits, but Widow will gain a lot of time with fresh new medium tires.
Exactly. They must defend really hard. There's blue flags from Kira ahead of Widow. Be careful over here. Kira can concede the position on the straight line. It helps Widow with the slipstream as well. But yeah, Kira is not slowing down unless she slows on the 10A. She's not slowing. Hope she's not yeah, she's slowed down now. Nice job from her.
Yeah, thank you, Kira.
Also,
that was very good for Widow. He just gained a lot of time with the slips from there.
No, there's one thing worrying me. Ozlovan already overtook higher, no problems. Now Ozlovan is hunting for a Roba.
I don't think he can.
I don't think so, but if he manages to do it, it might be bad news for Roba in terms of race pace.
Well, to be honest, if I tell you I was not expecting this performance from Aruba, probably feels better with the Group 3 cars, but let's not forget that this is Widow has match point here, so Aruba must perform well, and he must be ahead of Costa to get the maximum points here.
Exactly.
In case, of course, Widow is behind him. So let's say, for example, this strategy doesn't work for Widow, he finishes P3 or P4, the ideal for Aruba will be finishing P1, obligatory. That's obligatory. And right now, we're not seeing that.
Let's see. Costa is also aiming for the P1, as he said in his Discord description. So, would Costa concede the position, his first win?
And now, Daniel, this is very worrying for Aruba. It's 20 seconds.
Exactly.
The gap is 20 seconds. And I don't know how much time Widow will lose in the pits, but honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a chance Widow actually wins this, or at least finishes ahead of Aruba. That's what concerns you right now. Very interesting.
If he finishes ahead, it's over.
Yeah, it's over. Yeah, the BMW M4 is such a bad car for this track.
Indeed.
I mean, for everything, the fuel consumption.
I don't get it. Because
look at the fuel. I mean,
yeah.
It feels like they still have plenty of fuel with 10 minutes to go. I'm probably wrong. But, well, it's crazy.
But I don't get the choice from Aruba. He could have the Ford Mustang. Would be a much more competitive.
They did test it. Daniel, they did test it last week after Nürburgring round. Mm-hmm. After they tested it, and Aruba told us that he actually felt more comfortable driving with the BMW. than the Mustang, which is very interesting because, as we all know, and as we've seen, the BMW obviously consumes a lot of tires, but and fuel, even more fuel. So they did the maths, they did the testing, so they know better than us. I'm sure about that, and I want to be, I want to think they did the right choice of bringing the BMW. Meanwhile, for Guido, as we know, it was his only choice because, of course, he took part of every races. While Aroba didn't attend the first one, so we had to choose between BMW and the Mustang, the Ford.
Well, we didn't completely attend to every races because he left the second leg.
Yeah, but you understand every weekend.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
That well, I think Guido has one more race than Aroba, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's it. That's basically it. Yeah.
Meanwhile,
one could say that Guido has 9 completed races, Aruba has 8 completed races. And Guido is low on fuel now. Guido is low on fuel. He's gonna stop in this lap.
Let's see how this goes.
Stop in this lap. Yeah. I think this will work, Daniel. I feel that this strategy will work.
Let's see.
We're losing too much time.
I'm curious. I'm really curious for this. I love these battle games. This is chess on track. They are playing so many strategies over here.
Yeah.
And this is being perfect.
It's really good to see. I thought it was going to be a typical one strategy race of our championship, but apparently we are wrong.
Completely. Meanwhile, no battles at
tires and fuel.
At the back. Everything is clear.
Yeah, the race is off, and Akira is currently P11.
Exactly. P11.
As we know, the last 2 guys, they are basically disqualified.
Which is a shame. Here comes Guido, finishing the straight.
Yeah, just about on fuel. Perfect on fuel, in fact.
And let's follow Aroba from now on. Still at the beginning of the straight, is gaining some time on Costa. I'm wondering if they're working together. Oh no,
now this is very important, Daniel. This is very important. This is the most important part of the race. Guido is doing his final pit stop. He's going for fuel. He's going for medium tires.
Nas puras, blue flags, please, blue flags. Thank you. Yeah, he's going for his final pit.
Change his tires, and let's see how much fuel will Guido win this race with.
Starting to filling up.
Costa is just overtaking Guido.
Here comes the Aroba.
Off of deposit, no? Off of it?
Maybe. No, it's still filling up. 47%.
47. Aroba is ahead.
Aroba is ahead. Now, Guido with fresh tires.
Guido is behind Ayer. Guido is behind Ayer, but I'm 100% sure that Ayer will not fight that hard. I think Guido will get an easy pass on Ayer.
And I think Costa and Aroba may have a similar thing. But let's see. Would Costa sacrifice his first race win for Aroba for the championship fight?
They will lose time with themselves, but right now, I think that he could. Daniel, you think he could if Aroba was very close to him, but 5 seconds is too much. I think if Costa slows down, it's not going to be both. It's not going to be good for both drivers. Aroba needed to be a little bit closer.
Exactly.
How much is Guido behind? Daniel, Guido is 21 seconds behind. 21.
He activated the God mode.
Now it's time for Hunt.
Exactly.
What do you think, Daniel? Is it enough?
Going to be tight, but
my calculations. I mean, at the start I was right about the calculations. Then I thought, well, maybe Guido has a chance here. Maybe Guido has a chance because he's definitely gaining time, and Aroba is not being so fast.
Exactly.
Just like Costa. But now, I don't know. Guido needs to gain Guido needs to gain more than 3 seconds per lap. He has the medium tires. He can push to the end. But
let's see how this goes. 20 seconds for Costa, and which means 15 seconds for Aroba. Pushing like an animal, Guido. Here's Zephyr, no battles on track. Cunha in P7, Buldani in P8. He's in the point. Good job. So far, let's see if he does.
Daniel, don't forget Buldani, Daniel. Buldani, the first official, he got the second official podium, right? In the last race, but in a non-multi-class, it was the first official podium for Buldani.
Great job from him.
We're very happy to see that. Yeah, absolutely.
It was a race out of the common, but there are races like that. And Buldani did it pretty well.
As the race, by the way, as the race ends now, Aroba will get 8 points, and Widow will get 5 points, which means that Widow will be leading for the last leg, for the second leg, with 8 points advantage. So getting an extra 3 points for Aroba will be ideal, but right now that seems unlikely, as F Costa is gaining a lot of time and is just 5.5 seconds ahead of Aroba, still getting time. With 5 minutes, with also 5 minutes, 4 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Widow is just 6 seconds behind Ayer, and I'm sure he will catch Ayer at the end. So that will be great damage limitation for Widow after this 2-stop strategy.
Insane stuff over here. Let's see the time, the first lap that the Widow does. Is he going for the fastest lap?
Ayer does a 27.1.
Oh, he's
Widow
not.
25.5.
25, wow. His fastest lap was with the softs. But pretty fast.
He did the fast lap with the softs. Yeah,
pretty fast lap for the mediums.
Kira, move off the way. Kira, move off the way. Kira.
Oh, not an easy part of the track.
Yeah, absolutely.
To leave a blue flag.
But Danielle, I believe she had the outside there.
Yeah.
She was still in the
race.
Oh,
and Kieran Nespuyas may battle over here. Here's Nespuyas. Oh, careful, guys.
Okay, just be careful because there is a faster car behind. They need to consider positions.
Exactly. Well, Nespuyas is not really fighting for a position.
Oh, and Kira under pressure.
Kira.
Oh. Okay, she concedes the position, but she'll probably catch him in the straights now. Will we see that? She has much more fuel, but the tires, Danielle, Kira tires are dead.
Meanwhile, Widow, careful. Folks, this is the blue flags.
Yeah, this is good for Widow. He's getting a little slipstream.
Exactly.
These guys move off the way. Kira gets past. Now be careful.
Nespuyas gets past. And
where is Kira? Kira moved off of the way.
Kira.
She'll move now.
Oh, nice job. Brilliant.
Okay, thanks. Oh, now Nespuyas.
Hey!
Smart one there.
He said thank you very much for the position. Good racing despite not counting for Nespuyas. Meanwhile, how's the other things are for Aroba? Aroba is losing time for Costa?
No. Yeah, Aroba is losing time now. 6 seconds. It's up to 6 seconds now.
He recovered a bit now.
The fuel, Aroba has much more fuel than F Costa. Aroba has much more fuel than F Costa. Well, let's not say not much, but still, that can make
quite
a difference. Probably F Costa is pushing a little bit more, and at the end, F Costa might need to save more than Aroba, so the differences might come together. They might shrink at the end.
Widow 3.4 seconds.
Yeah.
And
Widow
purple.
Widow will get past.
Indeed. And probably I would, let's see, let's be honest, I wouldn't see Ayer fighting hard. Let's see, he would like to score a podium here.
He has more fuel. Ayer could still push a little bit. But
exactly.
Of course, let's not forget, Widow has these medium tires. And even though they are very fast degradation, there is a big degradation there, the medium tires will still deliver the performance it needs.
And Ayer probably is not happy because he was hoping to score at least a podium here.
Yeah, that will be difficult. But I believe, Daniel, Ayer has better chances in the next race. I saw them racing yesterday, and the gap between Ayer, Aroba, and F Costa is even smaller in the Group 3 race.
That's good news. I like to hear that.
So, Daniel, we're going for the final lap. Aroba is 6.2 seconds behind F Costa. F Costa is set to be a new race winner in the Grip Masters, Daniel.
Whoa, this is brilliant.
Last lap. And Widow just did the fastest lap, 24.
Let's see if Widow overtakes Ayer, because this is crucial for the points.
Yeah, and Widow is low on fuel, by the way. Widow is low on fuel, less than 10%. Widow, Ayer less than 10% as well.
Ayer is pushing for everything.
Ooh. Yeah, he's pushing for everything. Yeah, he needs to get two very good exit here in this part of the track.
Exactly.
And then in the straights, it's all down to the power. Which of course we know the Nissan is very fast. It's Sylvia. Oh, and Celine Rus is just ahead, so this might be helpful for Ayer. Oh, careful. Is he getting the slipstream? Will Ayer get the slipstream here? Widow is so close. 1.1 seconds.
Look at Costa. Costa is going to finish. Don't forget him.
Yeah, Costa is going to finish. Here he goes. 6.3 seconds. Costa finally took some time, Daniel.
Exactly.
And F Costa is. Oh no! What is he doing?
He's slowing down.
Probably a picture with the Aroba.
I think he's going to concede.
Oh, that's crazy if he does that. That's crazy if he
No,
does that. Oh no, that's crazy, and Quef Costa wins the race. IF Costa wins the race, and just about it on the line. Ayer finishes ahead of Widow. Whoa. 0.7 milliseconds. IF Costa is the new TGM race winner. He starts on pole and he wins the first leg of Road Atlanta round.
What was this? Oh my
What a
word.
strange ending there.
Here comes Zephyr to finish in P5. Tesla Fighter in P6. Whoa. This was really uncanny.
That was a scary moment.
I was thinking that Costa would concede the position for Arroba in terms of points.
I was expecting that, but also a photo finish.
A photo finish, exactly.
In the position Costa was, it was nowhere near a good place to have a photo finish. Let's be honest there.
Cunha P7. Good job from the Spanish driver, P8, but not counting. Buldani in the points. Oh, careful Buldani. Well, Sling Ruth already finished, but Buldani in the points, after all. A race to forget. Tunas Puras, Jeremy and Kira. But wow, Costa first win.
Yeah, Costa first win.
He joined TGM this summer, less than a month ago, I think, or maybe a month. He joined us after Fuji, so he raced us. He debuted in Suzuka, and there he is. Costa wins for the first time in TGM with a pole position and a clean race. Really good job. Here are the classification results. Ozdovan left the room. So, oh yeah, don't forget to save the replay. I forgot to save the qualifying replay. Here it is. Costa wins the race, wins his first race for TGM, Arroba P2. Higher P3, another podium. And really nice job from him. Widow starting a little bit behind for the next race. No, a little bit ahead for the next race with a P4 on this first leg. Zephyr in the top 5, nice job. Tesla Fighter P6, Arcunia 15 in P7, Ozdovan, not a creeper, P8. Buldani in P9 but in the points, because he finished it in P8 for the grippers. Sling Russo P10, Nashpush P11 for the race, he didn't score, which means Kira P11 for the grippers classification, and Jeremy sadly disqualified from the race because he stopped in the first lap. Wow, this was insane, which means we will have the title decision in the last race, ladies and gentlemen. João, are we going to take a brief stop?
Yeah, we are going for, so ladies and gentlemen, we are going to have a 15 minutes break. And we'll be back. We'll be right back for the title decider, Daniel, which will be delayed for the second leg of Road Atlanta round. Celing Rusminon left the pits, left the lobby. I don't know why.
Oh. Go get some popcorns. Go get some drinks. We will be right back in around 15 minutes, 10 minutes actually, for the second leg here in the Road Atlanta for the title decision between Arroba and Widow. We'll be right back. See you in a bit. Welcome back everyone to Gran Turismo 7 for the second leg here at Road Atlanta. My name is Daniel Santos and I'm here with Joanda.
Well, welcome back everyone for the second leg and the final race of Super Season.
It's ending! It's ending!
I am so sad.
No. Please, Super Season 2024, anyways, come back. Go.
Yeah, man, I wish I could just do a winter Super Season. I love the championship so much. We love this championship so much. Commentating, the races, the action.
Incredible stuff. Alright, we tried to make the maths, but this is complicated because this depends a lot on how both drivers end in this race. But overall, if Arroba wins, Widow needs to be under P5 or P6, if I'm not mistaken. If he ends in P5, I think Arroba is champion. If he ends in P6, we will have to do a tiebreaker between both. But in P6, I think Aruba takes the trophy because he has more wins in that scenario than Widow. But let's see, there's still 30 minutes of action to come with Group 3 this time. And oh man, I can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm
Daniel,
so anxious.
We've got some new faces in the lobby. The Spanish driver and the other group are disconnected.
Exactly. We have any...
The Spanish driver left, but we have new faces. We have the Italian driver, Gian, and we have Yemen, Uncle Yemen. But
Uncle
we're
Yemen.
gonna call him Yemen and Gian. As we know, as you all know, they are starting last because not only they are not creepers, but also they did not take part of the first leg.
And they are with illegal cars.
Nashpuras with the legal car now. Nashpuras with the legal car, and Jeremy hopefully doesn't make the same mistake and it doesn't beat in the first lap.
Please.
So,
please.
Daniel, everything is set.
I think so.
We are about to start the last race. In 10 seconds, the last race of the Super Season 2023 will start.
I want to
Let's
cry.
go.
I want to cry. This is so emotional.
Enjoy, everyone. Enjoy those 30 minutes. We never know when they will come back.
Exactly. Get some popcorns or anything to eat. Get some drinks. And why did Widow say boo? Anyway, here we are. A bit of a conversation between JP and Widow on the chat. And Buldani at the front. Will he score another podium? I would hope so. Anyway, here we go. Take it away.
Don't forget, everyone, it's inverted top 8 grid start, rolling start.
Here we go.
4 lights, 5 lights, and lights are out for the last race of Super Season 2023. Buldani on the pole position, just as Nürburgring. Cunha very aggressive with the Mercedes. Will he try something? No. Buldani still ahead in the first corner.
Oh, here's Widow.
Widow, aggressive, overtakes Zephyr already. Widow wants to win this on a high. He wants to win the championship with a win. The back.
Very chaotic at the back here. Let's see.
Oh, Kira already spun out. Kira already spun
Oh.
with her Audi. Not a good start.
Watch the replay. Starting with the hard tires. Oh, already spun. She...
Oh, and F. Costa is trying to move on Roba. Will he? Nope.
Oh. Very tight on this, but Costa...
Oh,
try.
it's very tight. That Buldani is
Oh.
like the Buldani train. Choo-choo.
And there's G overtaking Costa. And someone committed a mistake. Who was? It was...
It was F. Costa, no? No, it wasn't.
No, it was Nashpuras.
Nashpuras.
And with overtaking Cunha for the lead.
What just happened, guys? How is Widow in the lead?
Let's watch the replay. Oh, he overtook three in a row. Three in a row on the straight.
What is happening, guys? Big confusion here. Big confusion. So many guys colliding with each other. Confusion now. Whoa. This is not good for a robot. This is perfect for Widow.
Widow overtook
Widow's
three in a row.
And is already saying goodbye. The Italian driver very aggressive. Very aggressive with the soft tires. And he made a mistake. The Italian driver made a mistake. And onto the Bayern. Thank you very much.
Whoa.
It's probably over for the Italian driver. Thank you. That's it.
Awesome news for Widow. And he left. Meanwhile, Ruben P4.
Yeah, ahead of Costa and Ayer, which is crucial.
What a massive, chaotic start.
What a massive start we just had there. Yeah.
We didn't get everything.
As expected. It's a road Atlanta, Daniel. It's so narrow to overtake here. And of course, the faster guys desperate to make a move.
And here's Costa and Ruben.
The loser of this lap was for sure Buldani. He crumbled under pressure.
Oh, look at Test. Test with the slipstream. But whoa, what an overtake from Widow. 3 in a row at the straight.
Yeah, I don't understand what that happened. Daniel, I did not see the replay. I'm curious, how did that happen?
Let me check if I can rewind it again.
Did you just let him overtake? I didn't know. It's so weird.
Here it is, the replay. I think Widow just had a better exit.
Oh, be careful, guys, be careful. Oh, the faster guys. Move out of the way, move out of the way. Move out of the way. Oh, this is very dangerous, this is very dangerous.
Ooh. A lot of stuff happening.
Opportunity.
Red flag because of the Italian? I don't think so.
Really?
What happened?
Whoa,
oh, Test and Aruba. Whoa. I didn't manage to see what happened with the Italian.
Yeah. I mean, we saw the Italian being very aggressive, but I'm not sure if Italian caused the chaos there. I don't think he did, but I mean, I think it's late anyway.
True.
I think it's late for that. Red
Yes, well, I don't know. Well, if the grippers want a red flag, anyone leave. Or everyone leaves the race. I think that's my opinion. If not, keep racing. Let them race. We are in a situation where we are letting them race and a Costa overtakes Tesla Fighter. Good overtake on the inside. Need 3 more requests. Let's see how this goes. I think this wasn't that chaotic, but let's see. Cunha on the slipstream. Costa saying yes. So we will have the red flag. We'll have a red flag, João.
Okay, so 2 more. Zephyr, let me know. I need a confirmation from Zephyr. Well, this is very bad for Guido because...
Kira saying yes.
So
okay.
He just said yes.
Whoa.
I think we're going to have an expected red flag here. We're going to have an expected red flag. Yeah, Guido is already slowing down, so that's a red flag. Red flag.
Guido asking to kick a robo. Alright, anyway, this is a red flag then. Whoa. Wasn't expecting... Oh, whoa. Okay, red flag and everyone.
Wow, what a way, Daniel, what a way to start. Well, we got some extra minutes. We got, how many minutes? We got 4 minutes of race, and now we got more, 30 minutes. Well, thank you. Yeah, I've seen the replay. Yeah, I've seen the replay. The British driver needs to leave.
And he left? Okay, so unexpected. I think we had worse starts in TGM than this.
Yeah, exactly.
But hey, if they want to...
Yeah, it's up to them.
It's up to them.
I think we can save the replay.
Yeah, we should save we should save actually.
I will save the red flag so we can see later what happened.
Exactly.
There. Starting grid. So let me just confirm.
So
actually, in fact, is everything good with the starting grid, which is nice.
Gentlemen,
everything is nice with the
5 more
grid.
minutes of action. No need to thanks.
Let's go. Thank you, Grippers.
Thank you, Grippers.
Okay.
TGM master plan, I think.
Absolutely. Okay, everything is fine now.
Okay.
Okay, this is actually not good. For some reason, it's actually disconfigured the grid order. I don't know why, but it's actually disconfigured.
Yeah. Cast master plan.
Not so much. It's very weird. Actually, it was just the last 3 guys. The last 3 guys.
Oh, okay.
That's just a problem. I don't know either.
All right.
Okay, so that's it now. We're about to start the race, everyone. So grippers, please. Okay, so...
Bruh.
Okay, so we're gonna kick the British driver. I'm sorry. But yeah, let's have a last screen race. You know, I understand the grippers. Let's have a last screen race. So, everyone, we are on track. And the race will start now. The last race of the Super Season. It will start in 10 seconds.
3 race starts today.
Apologize for the red flag. We don't know what happened. Myself and Daniel Sant will check it later. Of course, you will not see on the stream, but...
Oh, what a time from Guido. Look at the stream. Look at the stream. I think it was Guido. I don't know. Arroba. Look at the time. 500 minutes on the...
What? Really?
Yeah.
No, yeah, it's seen that.
Amazing stuff. Alright, here we go. Another start. Hopefully the last.
Well, 12 grippers on track. Just missing 2 out, Daniel. Just 2 missing.
Here we go.
Okay, but hopefully we get a better start now. It's an opportunity for Buldani. It's bad for Guido because he already created such a good gap.
Exactly. Here we go.
Well, let's start now officially for the last race of the Super Season 2023. Buldani starts on pole position due to the inverted grid. Cunha second.
Guido gaining position on Zephyr already.
Gaining position on Zephyr. Or what? How did that happen? Very strange. And now it's Costa side by side with the Roba. He concedes. He doesn't try.
Here goes a Roba behind higher.
Careful. Oh, careful. This is bad. Oh, so close there from a disaster.
Where? I'm lost.
Test Fighter and Guido. Sorry, 4P4. Yeah, Guido almost spun there.
Oh. Let's pull him. Meanwhile, Roba behind the higher still. And Guido overtaking Test.
Yeah, Guido overtaking. They're making his life easier, as you can see. They're not forcing.
Well, let's see if they do the same for Roba.
Yeah. He's stuck behind them.
Yeah, higher is doing quite a job defending.
I think Roba needs to push now to overtake the Nissan.
Exactly.
Side by side.
Here we go.
The slipstream. Get the slipstream. Get the outer slipstream. Much faster. Ayer saving fuel. Yeah, Ayer is definitely saving fuel now.
Guido P2 already.
Guido P2 and he's getting P1.
Exactly.
Getting P1. That's it. No chance for the other guys. Absolutely no chance.
Guido leads the race.
Yeah, Guido leads the race just like the last time before the red flag.
Now, will a Robo overtake Zephyr on the inside? He has the inside. Whoa! 4 here! What a throwback!
That's too much, guys.
What a throwback to season 11.
Oh, look there. Oh, very aggressive. Aruba defending Ayer.
Oh. It's a hard life for a Robo.
On the outside. Oh, that was scary there. That was very scary. That's perfect news for Widow. Widow can create a gap once again. A mistake from Zephyr. A mistake from Zephyr. He blocks Aruba.
Half a second penalty.
And F Costa will try to move on Ayer. It does it.
Here we go. Here goes.
I think Zephyr should just move out of the way.
Yeah, there's no necessity on defending, but he will keep defending.
Oh,
he went wide.
Yeah, I'm sure there was no contact between them.
Yeah.
No contact.
I think that was a late breaker.
This is important. This is important. Widow with the medium tires and the Robo with the hard tires, just as F Costa. And Ayer is using medium tires as well. So
there's an overtake. Test overtakes Buldani.
Yeah, it does.
For the podium places.
Yeah.
On the straight. Let's see if Buldani attacks.
To get between first and second.
2 seconds, exactly. Now, Aruba with Buldani at the front. Buldani with the medium tires. Hard life for Aruba from now on. Well, the first start was more interesting, but the grippers decided.
At least now it's cleaner. If it was dirty last time, at least now it's cleaner. Oh, and Buldani blocking. This is opportunity for F Costa. Will he try the move? I think he does it. They both touch Buldani. They both push Buldani. Oh, be careful, guys. Look at Ayer trying to overtake F Costa. Side by side here. Down this place. Multiple touches. Be careful, guys. Multiple contact between the drivers. But still, F Costa ahead of Ayer. Wow, that was very weird. And we're talking about clean racing.
And Roba overtakes Buldani. Before.
Yeah, this is important. This is important for Roba, but still almost 8 seconds behind Widow. A perfect side. This is everything Widow needed. That was just what I was telling you last time out. Although Widow got a bad race, a bad result in the last race, at least he was ahead of his main rivals. He's now ahead of Roba, Ayer and F Costa in the start. So this was crucial for him. And the grippers had, there weren't a big problem. They just basically didn't go through.
And
so
Buldani falling to P8 already. He lost 4 position. Oh, there's the slide from Costa over there.
Oh, when he blocks once again.
Yeah.
Those guys, don't forget, those guys are all in the voice chat. They are talking and communicating between each other. So they know what happens when someone goes off track. They let them know each other. And right now they're gonna say good performance from Cunha Tesla Fighter.
Exactly. Let's take a brief moment to appreciate it because wow. Lap number 4 and they're still in the podium places. Costa.
Oh, Cunha makes a mistake. Oof.
Oh, please no. Not the commentator's curse. Tesla Fighter and Aruba is right behind. Aruba activated the demon mode, but still losing time to Widow. The thing is, will another cut be enough to Aruba catch Widow? Or an overcut? Do you think that they can play?
I think with Aruba is probably saving a little bit more, just a little bit more, nothing special than Widow. But at the same time, don't forget one thing: Widow is already using the medium tires, and Aruba and F Costa are both using the hard tires. So at the end of the race, they will have a better performance. So remember last time out in Nürburgring, but the difference here is that Widow was already a gap of 8 seconds.
Exactly.
And everything will increase. Everything will increase over time.
Aruba in P3 already. Meanwhile, Test being threatened by Costa. Costa will try the inside and Test no resistance.
Good move from Costa, make it clean. Oh, beautiful move.
I said no resistance, but he's still resisting.
Yeah, Test is resisting, but F Costa has the inside, gets past to P4.
Nice job.
Opportunity for it, no. No, Test is blocking very well.
Good race here at in the midfield.
In the back, I could say, well, I don't know, Daniel, I don't know what happened with Celine Rus, but he's currently last fighting with Kira. Kira is doing an excellent job.
Here's Hire. Oh, this was so bad for Hire. Hire was overtaking Test and he suffered a rollback. This was so bad. Oh my
Oh, I
word.
did not see that. I was focused on the back. But that is very bad, Daniel. Those are problems we've seen since the first race of this championship back in first day of July.
Oh, and
It's
there's
gonna take
an
a while
overtake from
for them to fix
Roba
this.
to
Roba
Cunha.
overtakes Cunha finally.
But still losing time for Guido.
Yeah, but
Higher.
Cunha is not saving at all.
Has the
Cunha has much
inside of test and he's ahead. Top
Oof,
5.
what a spike leg I just thought.
Yep.
Oh my god, this was so scary.
Indeed.
Dude, this was so scary.
Jeremy
This
P7, and let's take a moment to appreciate Nashpurs in the points again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's see if he can hold it.
The Giga Chat Nashpur is in the last race. He did half of the second leg with our intermediates.
Exactly.
And it was not raining. Nashpur is definitely a role model. Example of
Zephyr.
determination and consistency.
Zephyr having an horrible race. P10.
Yeah, absolutely. The Audi, he probably hates the Audi. I mean, not probably, it's a fact he hates the Audi. He's using our tires as well.
Exactly. Not good stuff over here. Aroba pulling purple over here with the hard tires. Whoa. This is huge.
Yeah, the medium tires from Widow are
Meanwhile,
basically...
Costa on Cunha. Battle for the last place of the podium. Costa, what a performance from him in this championship, and he's going P3. Cunha suffered...
Daniel, if I'm not mistaken, he's going to finish on P4, which is amazing. I mean, had it started the championship with the Group Masters since Monza round, I think he will be fighting for P3. Who knows, Daniel? Maybe actually for the win, for the championship, because we believe Costa has the pace.
Exactly.
We know we saw back in Suzuka. He had a chance to win.
Oh, Cunha!
Oh, massive mistake from Cunha. What was that, Cunha?
Wheels on the grass, and it's over.
Oh, Cunha, you were doing so well.
Let's take a look.
And then just look at the ripple, because I believe he was completely off track. He was completely off track there.
4 wheels on the grass and it's over. No chance.
He was distracted. I'm sure he was distracted.
He falls to P7. Good news for Buldani. Nashpur pits. The first one. He's going for a long stint with hard tires, I recognize.
Oh, it's going to be, Daniel, it's going to be tricky for Nashpur.
Yeah, but let's see how this goes. Might be a good strategy. Now, the gap between Widow and the Roba stabilized. Oh,
yeah,
8.4.
8.8 seconds. Yeah, basically.
So,
but don't forget, Roba has slightly little more fuel than Widow. Just a little bit more fuel.
But tires are dead.
Difference, yeah, the different tires are dead. But don't forget, Daniel, the tires are not
really dead.
Exactly.
Exactly.
In the screen.
Yeah. Which is a shame. Do you want to know an interesting fact? On the esports, on the
I think I remember on the when they went to Amsterdam, right?
I don't remember, but on the esports, the players had somehow access to the percentage of the tires.
Oh yes.
And with the bar on the lowest percentage possible, on the lowest with completely red, there was still a percentage of 30% somehow on the value of the tire. So
and even though it was like 10%,
even though it was the complete red bar, there was 30% on the bar. So this means that the red bar is fake. The tires are not on the 0%.
And you can see from exactly this race, you will see the gap between Widow and Aroba. Look, front left tire,
completely
front left tire is 0.
Exactly.
Apparently, as the graphic says, it's 0. But we'll see that he's not losing as much performance as one will think.
Which is a shame. I mean,
I can tell Daniel, you remember well on G-Port and GT6, if your tire was 0, then it's like you had a puncture or something, or skiing on ice.
Exactly. Nashpur had a 3-second penalty, but yeah, moving on.
You went over the, probably.
Probably the...
We can focus here because F. Costa is under fueling. No, he has actually all red. They're gonna pit on the next lap now. They're gonna all pit on the same lap. But as you can see, Aroba, F. Costa is under pressure from Ayer.
Exactly. But they will keep going.
More fuel, so Ayer is doing a very interesting fuel saving.
Indeed. Really good job.
Oh, Nashpurish getting lapped already. So Nashpurish, please move aside.
Yeah.
Blue flags.
Oh, there's a lot of people together. Yeah. On the mini-map, I look now.
There's another battle here we should focus. I think it's Tesla Fighter and Jeremy. Daniel, Jeremy is doing a great job after that horrible. Well, by after getting disqualified from the last race, he's fighting with Tesla Fighter. Buldani sadly is a little bit behind. Zephyr, race to forget.
Exactly. What happened to
Kira,
Zephyr?
by the way, mistake from Kira before the big straight.
P10. Oh, what a shame. This is good news. Oh, I didn't recover the moment. I'm sorry. Anyway, back to the battle. Tesla Fighter versus Jeremy. This is actually a battle on the classification scores because I think Test and Jeremy.
Yeah, I know, but I think Ayer was too ahead, and now Ayer is way too ahead.
No. Between Test and Jeremy, and Test overtakes Jeremy on the straight.
Jeremy.
Good job from Test.
Well, Test and Jeremy, Test has 22 points and Jeremy 11. Don't forget, I think Jeremy skipped 2 races, sadly.
Exactly.
So does Aruba, 0 liters of fuel.
Here we go.
Keeps on.
Higher keeps going. Whoa. So overcut from Higher. Jeremy keeps going as well. Whoa, but he's very low on fuel. This will be a mega save lap from Jeremy. Test in the pits, Buldan in the pits, Zephyr in the same way. Slinho in P9, out of the points. Cunha had an incredible start, but ruined everything, sadly.
Here he goes. Widow full tank, full push to the end. I don't think Widow has to save fuel. I'm probably wrong, but yeah, full tank of fuel.
Here we go.
To the end he goes.
And the Robber already leaving.
93. Yeah, Robber 93.
Let's see how this goes. Widow lives.
There it goes.
And the Robber leaving now.
The difference was 7 seconds.
Oh, nice. Now it's 5.7. It decreased a bit.
Yeah, Robber underfilled a little bit, just 7 liters difference. Here comes Iron now, finishing the lap.
And pitting.
Very slowly goes, carefully enters the pit.
Oh, Jeremy's on the limit on the fuel. And on the tires as well. Look at that. Completely dead. Yeah, he still has fuel. Amazing.
Ooh, be careful. Oh, I think he went over line, didn't he?
I think so.
Not sure.
But wouldn't he receive the penalty already? I don't know. I don't
know as well. This game is so inconsistent in the penalties.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Here's Widow. And the Robber.
And don't forget now, Widow has the hard tires and Robber has the mediums, but right now,
the game.
Widow has
well, the last time both drivers were in this situation of strategy, a Robber won.
Yes, but of course, as we said, Daniel, I was saying that exactly that. Nürburgring.
Exactly.
Basically, it's a throwback. It's basically a throwback for Nürburgring, but the difference is Widow didn't have that big of an advantage in the first laps compared to Nürburgring. It was just increasing, but just in the first 2 laps, Widow gained just 7 or 6 seconds because of the lapped cars or the slower cars ahead.
Folks, don't get it wrong. If a Robber wins and Widow is second, Widow is still the champion.
Yeah, absolutely. The
Don't
difference
get it
decreases to 5 points, but
yeah.
As I told you, as we've seen, right now Widow will just need a if a Robber finishes P1, I think Widow needs a P5 or P4. So it's basically secured unless he makes massive mistakes. And not only that, he's actually gaining time to a Robber.
Exactly.
Actually, Widow is doing very well. He's getting time. It was 5.7 seconds now, wasn't it? After they left the pits.
He's increasing.
Now he's up to 6.4. So it's not the same story as we saw in Nürburgring.
Yeah. So as it stands, Widow gets 99 points on the championship, and Robber gets 96. Am I right? No, sorry, 86. Robber has 80. Higher in the podium places?
Well, he might not have the 100% win rate.
Yeah, I already lost it.
But at least he has the 100% podium rate here.
Exactly.
So far. But as you could see, pitting 1 lap later than F Costa made the difference.
Cunha overtook Jeremy?
F Costa just did a 122.
Cunha overtook Jeremy, I'm afraid. Buldani.
Oh, he did.
In the points so far. I don't think that the strategy from Nashpurus is working.
Yeah, he needs to pit again. I'm sure.
Yep.
Celine Russo is having a race to forget.
Indeed. Not a good weekend from
Celine
him.
Russo, good performance from nas puras. This time out, though, it will be very difficult to get a podium. Oh my god, lagging. Oh my god, such scary legs there, like spikes.
It was maybe the player who joined and left.
Yeah.
That might be the cause for the leg spikes. And that sucks. That sucks.
Okay, I think we gotta focus. Okay, Jeremy just got a alpha second time penalty back in 7th place. You said Cunha was ahead and he's ahead of Jeremy.
Exactly.
Jeremy right now is approaching Cunha.
But
Jeremy has a time penalty. Ooh,
with the and with his mistake.
Yeah.
Not good. Zephyr.
Zephyr 4 seconds behind Buldani.
Yeah, difficult
Buldani
life.
alone on track.
Let me compare. He's 23, 22. Let me check. He's on what tires? Medium. Yeah, Robo is 2 seconds faster with the medium tires. A race to forget for Zephyr. Not good news for the Gripper tank.
Yeah, I don't know. We don't know what happened. We gotta talk about Zephyr. This championship was completely ghosted out of the championship. You don't forget he got disqualified in the first race.
Oh, mistake from Cunha! A spin in the first sector!
Mistake from Cunha.
Come on!
He was battling with Jeremy, wasn't he? And he made
He was ahead. He was ahead, exactly.
Oh, be careful, Zephyr. Thank you.
Oh,
Yeah, as I was saying, the
understeer.
they didn't go to Zephyr's way because Daniel, we believe Zephyr will be fighting with the top guys. But
Yeah,
that's
true.
not the case.
And
Don't know what happened.
there's a yellow flag. There's another crash at the
I
front.
think it was Kira.
Oh. Exactly.
She actually did a good lap. 24-2 was actually a very good lap.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the gap between Widow and the Robo, the same.
You know what's also the same? The gap between Ayer and Costa.
Exactly. This is not
So
improving.
we
Come
will see
on.
this three battling while Widow has the win already. Robert just get focused on the podium, maybe.
Yep.
He has the medium tires, but Widow is simply superior.
Zephyr is getting closer to Blue Bunny. Just saying, these two on track,
Yes.
their
yes.
relation is not that good.
Let me check the times. So last lap, Buldani did a 23.7.
No, he's approaching.
And
He's
Zephyr
approaching.
did a 21.3. So yeah, more than 2 seconds. Zephyr just gained more than 2 seconds in the last lap.
Battle for 2 points.
Ah, yeah, 1 second. Battle for points.
2 points. 2 points. 2 points.
Yep.
Cunha is out of the points, sadly. After an amazing start, but 2 horrible mistakes.
No, I wonder, can Jeremy catch Test? Testing in such a good position. Best of the rest right now for Testy. For Tesla Fighter, gotta say.
Quite far away, but let's see.
How's the fuel? Race medium. Tesla Fighter has racing mediums. Jeremy has racing hards.
But this is
And
good.
he has also another penalty. Oh, by the way, something happened to Vito. Probably not, but Aruba gained some time. 5.7 seconds.
Maybe
Again, like over 1 second.
Maybe Robo is pushing? No. He's losing time again, so yeah, something happened with Widow.
And Costa is even closer to Ayer now. It will be putting pressure on Ayer, which will be a relief to Aruba.
Well, we have already seen the battle between these two as well. Quite hard battles. And Zephyr and Buldani. Zephyr
is actually doing a very good job with our tires.
Zephyr overtook Buldani already.
Overtook. With no problem.
Exactly. It was on the straight. Simple overtake. Left side. There he is. Slipstream. Well done. 2 points. 2 important points. Now higher in Costa. Costa will try the outside? No. No. Higher still in P3.
Widow losing time to Aruba. By the way,
Whoa.
look at the gap now.
4.8. Amazing.
Yeah.
But let's focus on the battle. I think Costa.
Yeah, look at Costa.
Costa is going for it.
This is the highlight of the race so far.
Will Higher defend the inside? Ooh, Costa will try the outside.
There he goes.
The trajectory.
Whoa.
Oh!
Nice
He changed
move there.
ideas.
Yeah, he changed ideas. He's get past him. He's going to overtake him. Yes, he does.
Whoa.
It's just a good move from Costa.
Exactly.
We shall see the replay.
Simple move. change ideas and goes to the left. Completely legal move. I think now the objective from Ayer is try to follow along Costa at least. And 4.1 between the Widow and the Arroba. I think it would be glorious for Arroba himself getting a win here, at least. Not the championship, it's quite difficult. But a win here for him. I think that would be glorious.
This will be Widow's 5th win, right? But also will be Arroba's 5th win.
I think so. I'm not sure.
It'll definitely be. Yeah, I'm sure it is. I gotta appreciate the sunset here. Amazing. Just remember the Atlanta sunrise. Now it's Atlanta sunset.
Yeah, but it's some clouds. It's a little bit cloudy.
Daniel, if you see, it's actually more beautiful because the lightning comes close with the sky, with the clouds, so we can see the beauty of the sunset. And also, we're having a good race.
Bulldani is recovering. Time to Zephyr.
Oh, he is, but he has a time penalty. He has a time penalty.
Yeah, he recovered a bit, but he lost already.
And also, last lap, Zephyr did a 121.7, and Bulldani did a 123.2, so it's still very slow.
Okay, this is interesting because
although Zephyr's tires are basically dead. Just 7 minutes to go.
Higher is recovering. No, he's losing again. I was saying he was recovering on Costa, but Costa is catching Arroba. This is not good news for Arroba, of course.
Let's see the times. Oh, yeah. You know what's interesting? Arroba hasn't made a lap under 120.
Yet.
Interesting, really.
Yet, he's on the purple lap.
Yeah, he's on the purple right now. But still very interesting. F. Costa seems much faster than Arroba.
Maybe Costa...
Arroba's best lap was 120.2. F. Costa's best lap was 119.6, so that's quite a gap.
Yeah. I don't think Costa will slow down in this situation. There's no championship this size move yet. Championship is quite solid for now.
Ooh, Widow sliding there.
Yeah, Widow just needs to bring a car home, basically.
Yeah.
Even in P2, it's pretty much over. Costa losing again. And 3.9 between Arroba and Widow. We are approaching the 5 last minutes. And Arroba's tires are not in a good shape. Widow's tires as well. Let's see.
Well, but our tires are our tires. Arroba gained some time. As you can see, Arroba can clearly gain more time in the
purple
of the first sector there. And he gets purple once again. 3.3 seconds is the difference. Now Widow has a lapped car ahead. Céline Rousse. The night is falling down in Road Atlanta. And Daniel Cunha pits. Less than 10% of fuel. This kills the chances of Cunha chances of getting points in the last race.
What a shame.
And I think Jeremy isn't catching Tesla Fighter. Everything is set to test to finish in P5. Zephyr is 9 seconds behind Jeremy. I don't think Zephyr can catch Jeremy.
Oh,
will get 2 points.
Look at the tires. They're dead.
The Audi simply kills the tires.
Yeah.
Very difficult car to control. Arroba now 2.9 seconds, 2.8 seconds behind Widow.
And Costa is following.
There's a lap car. There's a lap car. Who is it? Céline Rousse, please, Céline Rousse, move aside. We're in the racing line.
In the straight would be a nice opportunity.
Here, will be ideal. Move aside, move to the left. Thank you very much, Céline Rousse.
Nice job.
There we go.
Costa will take it as well. No, not enough yet. Now 2.5 seconds, 2.4. 2.2. Let's see.
Oh, multiple 3 seconds time penalties. Nashpuras has a 3 seconds time penalty. Cunha has a 3 seconds time penalty. Also, Kira with a 3 seconds time penalty.
Whoa.
2 days.
Well, overall, good news for Slee. And even better news for Buldani, because 34 seconds away from Slee.
Okay.
The points seems guaranteed. Zephyr in a good... Oh, no, Zephyr is losing time to Buldani. Quite
Yeah,
a
he's
good time.
Did he make a mistake? He's probably saving fuel. No, there's no need to save fuel.
No,
In
tires,
fact,
the
Buldani should be the one
tires.
saving fuel. Yeah, but the tires. Let's see, last lap 1:24.1.
Yeah,
did a
Buldani's faster.
1:23.5. So, Danielle, should we see a final battle between these two?
Yeah, I hope so.
I don't think our hearts are ready for that though.
Nah.
And speaking of battles, sooner or later we might have another battle with 3 minutes to go. Aruba is approaching with a 1.8 seconds.
Oh, but look
Can
at
we
the
see a
Roba's
final battle for the
tires. Look at the Roba's tires. Whoa.
Yeah, it's basically that. But don't forget, Daniel, once again, the stars are better than we think they are.
Yeah, exactly.
Of course, we cannot
But it
forget
will
that.
be hard.
Yeah, it will be hard. Are difficult to
Oh,
get the
Buldani
podium.
even closer to Zephyr. Oh my word.
Oh my god, the leg spike. Oof.
And the night is falling. Hopefully not completely falling, because the illumination on this track.
You know what's the problem? That wouldn't be an issue if it wasn't for the red flag.
Well.
But because there was a red flag, yeah.
Let's see how this
But still,
goes.
Daniel, what a beautiful sunset, and now the night falling now.
Indeed. Good
Mistake
spot of
from
photography.
Nashpurish. Nothing special.
Aruba losing time again, but recovering. I don't think this is going much
Imagine
further.
if Widow simply slows down and, yeah, let's have a battle.
Yeah. Now we don't
2 minutes
just
to go.
we just want to bring the car home. Buldani versus Zephyr. Buldani getting closer.
You are spot on. You are spot on there. Good exit from Buldani.
Sliding a
Lost the
bit.
slipstream. Yeah,
Here we
sliding
go.
a bit. Racing hards with racing mediums.
Will he try? No, it's still too far away on the 10A. But
And
come on.
Costa has an alpha second time penalty. Costa has a time penalty.
Whoa.
And Iron might need to save fuel. Iron might need to save fuel because right now he's under less 10%, and there will be one more lap to go. One more lap. We're gonna have one more lap of racing.
I don't think Guido and Aruba are going to battle. Costa would lose the podium here. Very bad news. Good news for Harry.
No, I think it's safe. No, I think it's safe. I think it's safe. Iron needs to save. Well, they're all under 10% of fuel. And we're going for the last lap, so I don't think, Daniel, I think it's going to be over. Widow is going to finish on a high. He's going to get the championship. Gonna end the championship with a win, with 5 wins, but still, yeah, there's one more lap to go. Fuel will be safe, but yeah, because they have to save fuel, I don't think they will fight this lap. And what about Zephyr and Buldani, Daniel?
No,
They're going for the final. This is the final lap.
The
of
final
their
lap,
races.
yes, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Let's see. Buldani. Oh, they're sliding a lot. Both. Oh, no, didn't want to. Oh, some like spikes from Buldani. Nashpur is being lapped. And Buldani lost.
Buldani
Lost a lot of
Didn't he?
time.
I didn't see the replay. I just
Yeah.
seen the. Yeah, I just seen. Oh,
What a
poor
shame.
Buldani. Yeah, poor Buldani. He still had fuel. Interestingly, he still had fuel enough for the race.
Exactly.
So we're gonna see the first one cruising the line. That is it.
Tesla
Tesla
Fighter, P5.
P5. Great job from Tesla Fighter. Jeremy, 5 seconds. Just 5 seconds before. Congratulations, Jeremy. Good race. Good fight back after getting disqualified in the first race.
Zephyr
There
P7
goes.
and Buldani P8.
1.2 seconds is the difference now. 1.2 seconds is the difference between Widow and Robo. Just 2 corners between them. Zephyr finishes the championship. The last race in P7. Buldani P8. The last one scoring points. Nashpurish, Kira also finishing the races.
But now, João, let's take a moment for Widow, who's super low on fuel.
Witnessing then, Danielle, we are still witnessing history now. That is it, 1.3 seconds, but it's not enough. Widow is going to cross the line and is going to win his 4th championship in the Grip Masters. Widow wins the Super Season 2023 and is the 4-time TGM champion. He equals Aruba 1974. Congratulations, Widow.
Amazing stuff, and Aruba ended 3 tenths behind. I suspect Widow slowed down. Costa,
Widow was slowing down.
Costa, congratulations for the podium, and that's it.
Costa P3, Ayer just off the podium.
Widow is the champion of TGM Super Season 2023, the first championship since 2021, Season 8. Congratulations to Widow. Amazing job. It deserves. It deserves. He was full committed for this championship. And save replay. Widow made history, equalizing Arroba in the number of championships. Good job from Arroba as well. He was fighting until the end and was taking account in every opportunity he had. Good job from Costa. The rookie championship for him and already scoring a win today here in Road Atlanta. P4 for Hire, P5 for Test, P6 for Jeremy, who comes back after some absency, P7 for Zephyr. The title winner in 2021, well, he had 2 years of being champion of the Super Season. The crown belongs now to Widow. Buldani finishes in the points in P8. Celinho Russo, P9. Arcunha 15, P10. Naspuas, P11. And Kira, P12. João, it ended. That's it.
It ended. I'm so sad. Yeah, but no, honestly, I'm very sad. We missed the championship. This is the summer championship. For me, ending this championship equals ending the summer. But of course, we ended on the high. We had a round with 2 different winners. I have Costa, first win in the Group Masters, and also the first pole position. Great race for him. But also congratulations for Widow. He gets the 5th win of the championship. We thought it will be a very competitive championship, a dominated championship by Widow. But at the start, we had a battle between Portela and Widow. Then Portela had some problems, and Aroba came in, and the battle began to be. And Aroba joined the battle. Eventually, Aroba joined the battle.
And Aroba didn't race in the past 500 days.
Yeah, exactly. So Aroba is back on a high. And Daniel, what could have been if Aroba took part of the first leg in Monza? What could have been?
Indeed. Now, small curiosity over here. Aroba was the first place in TGM Super in 2020. Zephyr was the second place. In the following edition, Zephyr was the first place in 2021. Widow was the second place. 2 years later, in the third edition, Widow is the first place in TGM Super in 2023. Aroba is the second place. What do you think for TGM Super in 2024, João?
Well,
will the curse continue?
Yeah, I mean, well, what happens if you get third, second, and first?
Well, third.
What happens now?
Third, nothing. But between first and second, well, Widow won this championship. He finished Super Season 2021 in second. Now Aroba finishes this edition in second, while Widow was the champion now. This means that Aroba could be the TGM Super Season 2024 champion if the curse continues.
I like your logic. Who knows? Who knows? Of course, this season, this concept we did this year, we don't know if we're gonna come back with it. The concept of having two races in one weekend, we don't know if it's gonna come back. We don't know how it's gonna be, because until then, there's plenty of time. We still gotta focus now at the end of 2023, and maybe we're gonna start tryharding for Super Season 2024 at the start of 2024. But until then, we still have 2 more championships to do. We've got to complete WRT, World Rally Tour.
X coming back.
We got to do weekend events, and we got to do the
Season 13.
TGM Season 13 during December. So I want to see you guys all there. If you're not watching, make sure to join the Grip Masters and be part of the races. We're going to see you all there. We want to see you all there because our championships always deliver. The Christmas Championship is always a banger. The Super Season is always a banger. Our races are amazing. And if you want to race with us and having amazing races, this is the perfect place for that. Seriously.
So thank you everyone so much for following us in this TGM Super Season 2023, the 3rd edition. Don't forget to follow this Twitch channel. We are hoping to bring you more live streams from the weekend events. Don't forget to follow us on our YouTube channel, where the highlights from this championship will be posted, and the streams as well. And follow us on our Instagram account. Every update that we have will be posted there. Of course, if you want to become a gripper, don't forget to check our website to read the rules and join our Discord server. We will get in touch with you if you want to race with us in the Grip Masters. That's it, João. Final words before we end this amazing stream.
Thanks everyone who came along with us to watch this epic championship. Thank you all for the 17 grippers, the record that took part of this championship. Sadly, we could not finish the last two races with 16 on track, but nonetheless, it was a great championship, both great races, and I can't wait to see you all in the next races that are going to be on the weekend events. Until then, thank you everyone for watching, and see you in the next GM races.
Thank you everyone, stay tuned, and once again, congratulations Widow. Another victory!
There he goes. Oh, no, he said white. He said Widow white. This is huge. They touch. Oh, and look at Widow on the other side. Widow now on the outside. Three side by side, Daniel. Once again, what is happening?
Oh, it's Widow. Hello, Widow.
Oh,
taking the inside line of tire.
Widow is the winner of the second leg.
Widow with hard tires.
Widow wins his third race of the Super Season.
Oh, what's going on? Costa and Widow on the inside, and he jumps to P2. Ladies and gentlemen, please cameras collaborate. There are three side by side, and Widow jumps to the lead. Widow wins.